Afternoon everybody. Yet another scorcher for the good English summer. Make the most of it. I don't always get them. This week back to a very familiar location again. Back to South Cerney, but it doesn't really matter where the locations are. I'm sort of changing the videos about a little bit. It's going to be more themes rather than places. So this week's theme is it's all in the detail. Okay, so just having a bit of a swim, so I thought I'd have a bit of a chat. What do I mean by detail? Well, I think it speaks for itself really. I'm all for the open landscape shots, the seascape shots. Love them, and they actually look lovely as long as they're taken properly with good composition. But detail is looking a bit closer. I suppose what I'm trying to say is I've been using the macro lens quite a bit lately, and when you use the macro lens you see so much more detail. Grass, trees, flowers, bugs, anything like that. If you can get that much closer, you see that much more detail, and that's what I'm trying to get across. I think detail is in every image is so important. The more detail you can get in your image, the better, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to see if we can get some real detailed shots over this weekend. Yes, be using the macro lens. I'll also be using the 24-70 lens, and just seeing just how much detail we can pull out. The K1 actually uses a pixel shift system. You probably heard me tell you about it before, which basically means that it takes the same image 4 times, and it moves the sensor by 1 pixel in every direction. So you get an image that has got 4 times the amount of detail. Now that's all very well and good in a nice controlled environment when there's no wind and nothing's moving. But when you're taking photos of landscapes, grasses, trees, they're all obviously moving in the wind, so it's a job to use that sort of function on that sort of camera. It has got a movement correction function on it, but it doesn't work very well on the K1. I think they've corrected it on the K2, on the K1 Mark II, I should say. But on the original, it's not that good. Over water, again, you get funny colours in it, so it's very difficult to use the pixel shift over water. But one of my first videos was from here. We took some images of the old machinery that had been left here at the quarry. So I want to try and use the pixel shift and get us really in on the detail and the old machinery there, just to pull out anything that we can, just to emphasise detail. And the other reason I'm on about detail this week is because I've had a drawing done of Jess, a pencil drawing, which I'll talk more about later on. And I took the photo with my K3 about 3 or 4 years ago, about 3 years ago, and something that I've always wanted was a pencil drawing of her. So I sent her the drawing, the photo, and she sent me back the drawing, and it blew my mind at just how much more detail there was in a pencil drawing to the photograph. Hence the reason why I thought I'd make a video on detail. So I think Jess has had a swim, so we're just going to have a bit of a wander around the lake and see if we can find some little bugs and little bits of interest. The old dandelions have gone over, and sort of when they're half blown away, you can get right into the centre of the dandelion and pick out some really nice detail there. And when you glance at it when you're walking around, you don't take that closer look at it. When you take a photograph of it, you see that much more, and that's what I'm trying to get across. So we'll go for a wander, see what we can find. I'll speak to you in a minute. Okay, so we've just been for a bit of a walk around the old machinery, and I'm taking different images at various different lengths, speeds, and with two different lenses. Just showing you what an image can look like when you just take it with a normal, or with a 24 to 70 lens, and then when you take a closer look with a macro lens and really get in on things like the weld, or the flaking paint, or the way the steel is twisted on the foot where you walk up the sides if anything goes wrong, just to give it some grip. And you don't really see any of that when you just take a normal image, if you like. I certainly don't anyway. It's not when you take a step closer and you have a look a bit closer do you see all these little details, and photography does that for you. When you do take these images, this was my first location for one of my first vlogs actually, and I took some quite nice images then, but I'm seeing it so differently now. That was probably a year ago actually, about a year ago now, and I'm seeing it so differently to when I did that time round, and nothing's really changed. We've still got the blue skies, we've still got clear day, and nothing's moved, nothing's changed. All it's got is a little bit older and a little bit rustier, but I'm looking closer and getting more detail, more and more detail, and I'm liking more and more the world of macro photography. So yeah, watch this space. I think you've got a bit more to come from me. So we're going to take a few more. Going to swap the lenses back over, change back to the macro lens, go around some of the other machinery. So I'll put them up now, and then we're going to go for a little walk around the lake. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so classic example there really. Took a photo of the little bush next to the lake, and nothing wrong with it, it's a decent shot. But when you look closer into the bush, you get to see the ants that are running around it, the ladybirds that are climbing all over it, and that's what I'm trying to talk about and get across this week. Take a closer look. There's more there than you realise. So I'm going to go for a wander, and I'll see you again in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the car, and for the first time I'm going to finish this one off back at home, up in the office. So I'll have a chat with you when I get back there. I'll see you in a bit. Hi guys, and welcome to the office. You probably noticed I'm changed clothes. This is actually 2 days later after the walk we did on Sunday, but with editing and things getting in the way, I had to postpone it a little bit. So okay, we're talking about detail this week, and I'm just trying to get across that sometimes it's just good just to look a bit closer. If you're taking this nice image of some trees or a single tree, walk up to the tree and sort of see what you can find around it. You'd be quite amazed. I know I've been amazed, and it's something I've been doing recently. You don't have to have a macro lens. I've probably been portraying that, and you don't need a macro lens, just any lens will do. And just get in just a little bit closer, just play out some of that detail. You might remember that at the start of the video I mentioned that I'd had a portrait done of Jess, a drawing done of her. So I got in touch with a woman called Debbie. She's on Facebook, and I'll put a link to her Facebook page down below, and if I can find another link then I'll link to it up here, but I'm not sure she's got a website. I'll have to have a look if it appears it's there. She's extremely talented, and if you're after anything, any sort of portrait, any sort of drawing done of your pets or your family and friends, then I would highly recommend her. I sent her this picture of Jess, and I just wanted a pencil drawing. She does colour pencils, she does the black and white normal pencils, but what she sent back was quite remarkable actually. This is what she sent back. Hopefully you can see it, and the detail in the eyes, in the ears is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. The camera probably doesn't do it justice. This is a proper work of art in my eyes. It's something that I've always wanted ever since she turned up. She's a great part of the family. She's in all the videos, most of the videos I should say. She's not in the air balloon video, but she does star in all the videos. She's a big part of the family, and it's something that I've always wanted, but I didn't actually realise that there was people out there quite so talented as Deb. So Deb's drawings is what you're looking for. This is one of her leaflets that came with it. There's an email, I'll put that on the bottom as well. But you should check out her Facebook page. And some of the stuff that she does there, I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. But extremely talented. And obviously the border collie on the front, which is what led me to her in the first place. So all links down the bottom. If there's any links I can link up above, then I will. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, do what it is, whatever you got to do. Hopefully in the near future I'm going to be doing an international collaboration with somebody. I'm keeping it on the quiet at the moment, and hopefully as long as things pan out, that should be in the next few weeks, hopefully. Got a few things in the pipeline. I've just started to look into, properly look into stock photography, and I just had my first 4 photos submitted, whatever you want to call it. So they've gone in, which I'm really chuffed about. So fingers crossed something comes of them. So it's something I'm going to look into a bit more, and not just the big landscapes, the big sort of seascapes, the big open sort of landscapes, sunsets, that sort of thing. I think there's more to photography than that. So it's just something I'm playing with at the moment. If it takes off, great. If it doesn't, well, I haven't lost anything. It's been fun trying. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.